Okay, I just wanted to do a quick video to outline some of the things I think about when I'm doing a dynamic figure pose using my anatomical reference, just to check some things if I get a bit stuck. Actually, this model that I'm going to draw, this pose, is kind of more or less from the back, so I'll turn my guy around. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to approach this one a bit more gesturally than I usually do when I do a vertical at the beginning and then quickly find the head. So yeah, I'll do this one a little bit more organically. So I'll start with the head and then move down to get the, well, actually quite quickly get the kind of energy that I'm seeing in the pose, and the line of action, well, kind of two lines of actions actually. Or in other words, yeah, two line of actions, but kind of thinking about creating an armature first, kind of a stickman, wobbly, kind of wormy stickman. Okay, so I quite like to keep my pencil on the page as well, as much as I can. As I'm observing, right? And I don't want to copy this reference either. I want to try to accentuate what I can see. So this guy's swinging way back with his upper back, and he's kind of leaning forward with his hip. So let me start to get that. And if I press lightly at the beginning, it's okay. When I want to kind of finalize towards the end, I can. All right, so let's do this now. Let's start to solidify some of these forms. Right, so head. I'm trying to get the angle of his head. He's kind of looking down. Shoulder, kind of pushing up into that shoulder. Pressing a little bit heavier now because I want to start to commit to some of these wiggly lines. But yeah, I want to bring he's a boxer, and I guess he's, well, not that I know much about boxing, but it looks like he's trying to shield his face with his shoulder, so he's not shielding it as much as I'm drawing, but I want to accentuate that. So lift his shoulder way up and swing and like swoop round with his back. So there's his hip for his left leg. I want to push this almost to the point of being a bit cartoony. There's his right hand. Yeah, I haven't decided where I want him to look yet, but let's see what happens. Right. Boxing shorts. Actually, I ignore the shorts because I just want to construct the figure really. I might give him unrealistically long legs. Actually, this is important now. So a bit of calf, getting a bit of a calf. What's going on? He's got his boxing shoe things. I'm not too worried about, but you can kind of, well, in my experience at least, you can accentuate bits, make torsos long, exaggerate bits, but you do have to make sure that the figure looks like it's not going to fall over, because that's naff. So let me work out where this guy's center of gravity is. Looks like his head's kind of in the middle of his, he's swaying back, so it's in the middle of his 2 feet, except closer to his back leg, I would say. So yeah, I need to get that. So that means maybe I'll bring his front leg forward a bit. And get this. I need to be a bit more confident with these marks. I'm a bit tentative at the moment. Oh, another important thing is to get the angle in between the two knees right. So yeah, I'm still in kind of wobbly lines, wobbly worms mode. Also, this is important as well, to get the relationship between the two, for perspective, to get the relationship between the two feet. I can only see his heels. Well, I can really only see his heel on his right foot. But let's get that in. Okay. Yeah. Proportions are looking okay. His torso is, I think it's shorter than the reference, but that's okay because I don't particularly want to completely copy the reference. Right, let's dig into that hip again and start to solidify some of these forms. Really sweeping. There's his spine, there's his trapezius up there that he's going to be using quite hard because he's lifting, because, well, in my drawing at least, I want to make him look like he's really lifting his shoulder more than he is in my reference. Head. Ooh. Head. I'm going to bring his head down a bit so it looks more like he's shielding his face, shielding his jaw with his shoulder. Where's his eye line? About there. I'm not going to do loads of features or anything, but I just need to get his ear in, because ears are good to signify angle of the head, tilt of the head, a lot of things for the head. But I think that'll do actually, because this is just a figure drawing. I don't really want to, it's not a portrait. Right, so this is torso to the left of the arm a little bit. This is a little bit too kind of spaghetti-like. I want to put a bit of solid form into this mass. So let's do this. So shoulders, deltoids. Let's give him some triceps. You see quite a lot of the back of his elbow there, leading round to his wrist. He's got boxing gloves. Well, he's got kind of, I don't know what they are, fighting gloves on, not big boxing gloves. Right, forearm muscles. The bulk of the arm is taken up by the tricep, but there's a bit of the bicep showing. Loads of rear delts and scapular muscles, but I won't get bogged down in those because I don't want it to turn into an anatomical diagram. That's key. You need to keep the energy. Anyway, so right, that's sweeping back. I think that's enough of a definition of an arm, just for this sketch at least. This is only a sketch. I don't want to do this for ages. Yeah, that's quite nice. I think I'm quite pleased with that. But doesn't make sense, because I'll need his spine to come down to obviously reach the back of his pelvis. So a bit of the far side of his back I can see. There's his waistband from the shorts. So his glutes would be kind of this, taking up this shape. I'll do the shorts though, because since he's a boxer anyway, he could turn into some kind of boxer character. And then yeah, this front leg, let's solidify this. Let's get some knees in, so it doesn't look like spaghetti still. Yeah, the top's okay, I think. But yeah, these knees are important now. Let's do this. So thigh, back of the thigh, hamstrings poking out, but then there's the kind of the fat pad behind the knee that makes it a little bit more of a bulge. Don't want to press too hard around here so it just turns into a mess. Calf. Yeah, he seems to have kind of straightened up a bit, unfortunately. That's what happens when you think too much about, to me at least, when I think too much about muscles and not about the energy. Always do that. Right, so very long lower legs. That's okay. I quite like that in some of my characters. Feet, not going to go mad, but that'll do just to suggest the shoes he's wearing. Look a bit like clogs. Actually, no, that's not good. That's not a good look for a boxer. Let's give him more heel. Oh, wish I hadn't done that. Let me get rid of that little funny clog, sort of Santa Claus type of shoe. Okay. All I really want to show is that leg is kind of going away from us. Well, let's say 30 degrees away from us if I put a numerical thing on it. This leg is going away from us more. Yeah, like I said, I can only really see, they're kind of in line in my reference, I'm going to keep that. I can only really see heel and then like 20% of a foot. Like a big heel because of the boxing shoes. I'm going to keep this light and not going to commit. I'm going to be a bit cheeky and not commit to that. But do need to commit to these knees. They need to show what's going on. This leg, this needs sorting out a bit up here because it's a bit of a mess. Right, so boxing line of the top of the boxing shorts. This is glutes. Yeah, I think I didn't give him enough, so more like that for glutes. Greater trochanter, outside of the thigh. More quads. He needs more quads. Yes, slightly thinner. Actually, let's give him more. Yeah, that's a nice line. I'm going to get that in. So from the back, there's a big swerve. There's a big sweep back that I accentuated, and then I want to get glutes down into hamstrings. Oops, maybe too much. Hamstrings, back of the knee. Because that's curving out, I'm going to make this a bit straighter, the front of the knee. But this, yeah, that's okay. Calves, but yeah, don't think too much about muscles because I want to keep these legs nice and dynamic. Yeah, let me just stand up, see how that is. Yeah, not bad for a sketch. Just a quick sketch. I think that's okay. I'm going to call it a day there. Yeah, so that's the kind of things, there's some of the things I think about when I do this. What was that, 5 minute? 10 minute sketch. Hope that helped, and let me know in the comments if you want me to draw any other type of pose and a figure in particular. Thanks for watching.